All right, beautiful. You guys can see my screen now. Let's roll. All right, so good morning. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So let's look at what we have on gold, and we'll proceed to see what we have on GR40 and look at a little bit of BTC. All right. So from gold, if we decide it's a new month, so we obviously have to start the analysis from the monthly time frame. It's a new month. We have to start analysis from the monthly. And since gold has been printing all-time highs and all of that, we really don't know. Like it's quite still bullish, all right, for us. So let's go to the weekly. So monthly is still giving us a bullish bias. Then weekly, let's look at what weekly has for us. Weekly still has a monthly a bullish bias too because there is no rejection on any resistance level and break that changes our bullish bias to bearish. So let's go to the daily. So for the daily, this is what I'm seeing on the daily. So since we know our weekly, monthly, all of that is bullish, we had price reject this daily open close, and then we had price reject and then broke this. But we know our bias on the daily is bullish until we get to our next point of our next obstacle. So the only time we can confirm if our bias has changed from bullish daily bias to bullish daily bullish bias to like bearish bias is only if price rejects a daily resistance and break a 4 hour support. All right, we had a daily resistance rejection, but you can see this 4 hour support here. Price did not close below it. So since price did not close below it, we can't automatically start looking for sales unless price close below it. All right. So the reason why we got this little bit of pullback is because we took out this high and then we rejected this guy. So rejection here on the 4 hour and like a break on 15 minutes is going to give us a 4 hour bias. That's going to be like an intraday bias. So for now, if we go back to the daily, I spotted something on the daily. So here is previous daily low. Now I'm mapping that out for only one reason because it's liquidity, and if we go to the 4 hour, it shows us that price has taken off this previous spec. Now I'm not going to go to the 1 hour, right, or the 15 minutes. Is going to continue with our weekly, monthly, and daily, right? So we are bullish. So it means we should keep on looking forward for buyers. So the only time you see me go to the 15 minutes is my entry. But I'm mapping the levels I need to see price reject is going to be on the 4 hours. All right. The liquidity I want to see price take is going to be on the 4 hours. All right. Excuse me. So we have this 4 hour open close here. We have about 60 minutes for this candle to close. So we really don't know if price has quote unquote rejected this yet. So once this closes with this rejection, we'll go to the 50 minutes and we'll look for a break so that we can take our continuations until our first target will be this high, ultimately, and the um next daily level. All right, we can even target this guy here too. Okay, so let's go to um GR4. So GR40, we have to look at GR42 from. I already did my analysis yesterday, but we have to look at GR40 from monthly is still our monthly bias is still bullish. Now, why is our monthly and a break on the weekly? For me to have a weekly bias, I want to have a rejection on the weekly and a break on the daily. For me to have a daily bias, I want to have a rejection on the daily and a break on the 4 hour. For me to have our intraday 4 hour bias, we want to have rejection on the 4 hours, break on 15 minutes. Now, if you check, I don't know, let me show you guys something. If you guys will be able to see it. Can you guys see? Let's make that stable. Let me take this off. Can you guys see how stable is it? You can see my wallpaper has to do everything with my rules. See, even my display on my screen. I had my designer do this for me. See, one, two, three, four, rejection. Everything I need is on my screen. I am not about to start fucking up my trading rules and all of that stuff because of anything. Excuse me. Now, we already can see that there's no rejection of any level here, and obviously there's no break on the weekly to the downside. If there's a break on the weekly to the downside, it has to be this support. So the only time we can say the monthly has switched to buyers is if this has gone. Right? Monthly has not switched to buyers. So let's check if the weekly has switched to buyers now. And how do we know if the weekly has switched buyers? We have to look at price, what price is currently printing. So we can see this resistance level here. Price rejected this resistance level. Now let me explain something to you guys. All right. So I said something about paying attention to liquidity. Now you can see price took off this liquidity here. That's an all-time high. Price took it out. After price took it out, what did we form? We formed a new. If price rejects this new resistance and then breaks on the daily, all right. So we have to confirm our weekly. All right. So when the weekly changes bias, but the monthly is still, let's say the monthly is still bullish, but the weekly switches to being bearish, it means that we have to trade. That's basically like you trading a counter, right? And that's also you. If you've watched all those videos I talked about, that is the monthly is still bullish, but weekly is bearish now. That means that order flow is now bearish, but the monthly structure is still bullish, right? So what basically needs to happen? What basically needs to happen is order flow needs to realign with the monthly. So that means the weekly needs to realign with the monthly. That's what it means. All right. So does it mean we cannot capitalize on the weekly bias? No, we can capitalize on the weekly bias until we align to what the monthly is doing. So it is always best to do that, and then the month your weekly realigns, your daily realigns, your 4 hour realigns with the monthly. All those time frames are bullish. You are good. You can now trade to the next monthly or the next weekly level. I hope I'm making sense. So now this is uh weekly resistance. So if it's a rejection on the weekly, you want to see a break on the daily to confirm any form of bias. So this is the point we had a rejection. We can refine it up to this guy here. So you can see that is our weekly rejection. This is our last support before this push up. So you can see we've broken this support here. What does that mean? It means that our weekly bias is what? Bearish. So we have to trade price down to the next weekly level. That's what it means. So we have to look for the next weekly level we want to see price go to for us to for order flow to switch back to being bullish. So this weekly support is the next level I can see price. Let's go back to daily, all right, which is like a daily open close. Price can decide to dig deeper, whatever, but that is the next amount of liquidity here before it pushes around that. So our trades, we're expecting our trades to come back down to this point. All right, so that's what we're expecting. We're expecting our trades to come down to this point. So let's go to the front with our weekly. All right, I'm not paying attention to all these rejections that already happened here. I want to pay attention to the rejection I can see right before my eye. So most times that means I have to wait for a whole day to pass by. That's what it means. Most times I have to wait for a whole day to pass by for that daily candle to form before I take a trade. So this is a resistance level here, which is an open close. This is also an open close here. Price can come into any of those points, reject, and then push. Before that happens, you might basically see an intraday bias on the 4 hour, which can still happen. Which I'm seeing something here. We have this open close here. Price has rejected this open close. So let's go to the 15 minutes now and see if we have a break on the 15 minutes. I think we've missed this. Oh, we've missed this. We missed this. We've missed this. So we have that rejection. Let's map this out of large liquidity week. There's a high chance price can still dig deeper. But let's follow what. So we have that rejection on the 4 hour and we have our break on the 50 minutes. Now see it meets up all our criteria. There is no um external rule or anything that does not make any sense. All right. There's no external rule or nothing that does not make sense. So this is the first point that taps into it. So are we taking out this guy? I think this is a re-entry. So price has fortunately taken out that guy. And this aligns with our daily bias, our daily structure. So you can see this would have been an entry, price comes back up here. And then we have another break here again. All right, we have another break here again. So rejection, break here again. Price can come back to this extreme resistance. All right, or you use this whole week like so. So you can decide to use 50% of this week. Price might not go to 50% of that week. So to avoid a situation where you don't get tagged in on a trade, all right, to avoid a situation where you don't get tagged in. So this is our last point of mitigation. So that's our invalidation point. So for me personally, this is a live stream. This is a live chat. I'll be selling GR40 from this guy. So if you're taking this trade with me, please make sure you are applying proper risk management. Please make sure you're applying proper risk management. Please make sure you're applying proper risk management. So where can our first target be? Our first target can be this guy. But since it is an intraday bias, the first target, your first target should be 1:3 or 1:2 point something, and then we can allow the rest run. So on my MT5 now, and I'm about to place this trade. So please make sure you are applying proper risk management. Remember, trading is a business of what you can afford to lose. So don't risk more than what you can afford to lose. All right, don't risk more than what you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, you leave it alone. Don't take it. So I'm on this, and let's take our trades from here. Setting my stuff. Point three. Uh, 1.2. 1.3. Okay. So I've set my own limit. Let's wait and see what price does. So that's like a confirmation entry for us on this trade. That's a confirmation entry for us in this trade. So those of you in the chat, please, if you are on this trade, if you're on this, if you've taken this trade, just someone said, can we see the coordinates, please? Can't you see it? Let's go back there. Let's go back there. I think I'll send it to you guys on. All right, let's send it to you guys. Let's send it to the Telegram. So if you're not my free Telegram channel and you are joining this live stream, check the description of this. You see our free Telegram. I'm going to try my best to see how consistent I can be with it. My best and see how consistent I can be with it. But if I don't hold live streams every day, I already promised my whole free community that I'm going to go back to posting all my trades. So in case I am not in the right space to hold my live sessions, live stream, you can join at any time. You can hop on the chat and take it too. So that is for intraday bias. All right, a very clear, straightforward intraday bias. Let's see what price it does. All right, ultimately, let's see what price does. is GR40. Price is always a little bit slow by this time. All right, market is always a little bit slow by this time. So we still have eyes on XAUUSD. We still have eyes on XAUUSD to see what is basically going to happen. Why does it feel like this market is not moving? uh, is this market moving on anybody's ends? Well, let's see. Let's go to US 30. If there's anything happening, I'm not sure the US 30 in a long time. I'm not sure the US 30 in a very, very, very long time. So same thing, same rule. You have to go to the monthly time frame. You have to be on the monthly time frame. So what can we see on the monthly? Same rule. We can see very well the monthly is very bullish. All right, the monthly is very bullish, and from this I can even see we rejected an open close level on the monthly again. After rejection and open close on the monthly, same, and we did that. We broke the resistance level. So what does that mean? Resistance level? And I've taught this so many times. When we break a high or we break a high or we take out a high, what do we expect? We expect a pullback. We expect price to retrace. We expect price to pull back. So um, we know that the monthly is bullish. All right. The weekly is bullish too. All right. But now we're like at a premium price. So we expect that pullback. Right. So that pullback is going to be order flow changing from being bullish to bearish. For the meantime, we're just going to counter down to our weekly level for us to look for more buys. So from the daily, what I can see from the daily is if we have this resistance level price rejected on the daily, let's check the 4 hour. This broker is not not printing exactly what I want to see. I'd have to switch this broker. Let's switch this broker to FXCM or something. US 30. Oh, you F, no, not capital.com. What's capital.com? FXCM or Forex. All right. So what I can basically see on the daily is this guy. So you see, we know that we want to trade daily level. You can see next daily obstacle. So you need to be very, very cautious. So we have that rejection at that point on the daily, and we also have a break here. All right, so we also have a break here. So even here on the 4 hour, we quote unquote on the 4 hour, we quote unquote might even form an intraday bias. How is that so? Because we have price take out this high. Confusing yourself, you're just doing the same thing. Can you spot a rejection? Can you spot a break? You can spot those two things. So we have a rejection on that on the 4 hours, break on 15 minutes. Yes. So that makes sense. So let's wait and see what price has for us. How many persons are here? Is basically a live stream. So I can go off any I can like just All right, I'm back. I'm back. So persons went off already. No, not bad. No, not bad. So GR40. Some persons sold off immediately, and I think they're in profit already. But for me, I'm still going to wait for this entry. Use this guy, or even sometimes it's just a break and retest because after this first extreme, noticed it. Still holding on to my limits I placed here. Um, let's go back to gold, the 4 hourly time frame. So I think that 4 hourly, yeah, that 4 hourly candle has rejected very nicely. So you see, the 4 hourly candle rejected that this open close here. So we're going to go to the 15 minutes now. Rejected on the 4 hourly level. That's a rejection low. All right. So this happened after we took off this guy here. Even we reject anything here now. It was on 4 hour, rejected the levels on 4 hour. Now we've broken again. Now you can decide to take your trade from this extreme. This is an open close. This is a fresh support. This is borrowed week. This is a large. When once stress myself, I just come down here like this. All right, I just come down here like this. All right, and once I have something like this, there's an open close. There's a support. That's where you can see me is a fresh support here on the 1 hour time frame. So I can just pick minutes. I don't like staying on these other time frames so that I don't confuse because those other time frames can start showing you rejections and breaks you're not supposed to see. All right, if you want to ever formulate an intraday bias, if you ever want to formulate an intraday bias, it should be from the 4 hour rejection and 15 minutes break. So comfortably take my trades from here. Stop loss right below this low. If you are skeptical and want to wait for more confirmation, wait for price to come back here on the 15 minutes time frame and do the same thing again. But gold being gold, most of the time it might not happen. That confirmation that you are seeking again might necessarily not happen. All right, let's keep price at this. So normally, if both trades do well, right? If both trades do well, if you have any proper account you're trading, I think this should pass a phase one of an account. The GR40 is like 1:7. I think that should pass. All right. So I just had to like try out live streaming and all of that, because you can't be a full time. I don't think you can be a full time streamer as a trader. I don't know. I don't think you can be a full because you obviously have to do other. If you guys get trading does not require you to you're on the chat, you're switching to play video games and be streaming now, and then all of a sudden you forget that you actually have a chat you should look out for, a setup you should look out for, and stuff like that. So you can still try it. There's nothing that is impossible. You can still try it. Nothing is actually impossible. So there's nothing that is impossible. So with the aid of view and stuff like that, we can still make it happen. So GR40 was very, very close to our entry and it missed us. But let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. This happened? This same thing happened to me exactly last week Monday. Right, this same thing exactly happened to me last week Monday. But let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. So let's wait and see what gold has for us. Oh, more people are back because You can place your limit on good. I've sent it out to the Telegram channel. So remember, join the Telegram channel so you can always get all of these setups. So let's place what we have on gold. Just set and forget. Don't set and be checking every time. Just set and forget. So I've set my own limit on gold. I hope you guys have set yours too. And expect price to take out this high. So now all we do is wait now. That's what we do now. Wait. There's really nothing on US. 30. Let's check it again. Alright, so trying to switch this chart. I don't know. Let's delete it from here first. Oh yeah, I just had an idea. I can actually has to be bigger than this because I have to buy a bigger monitor, right? Or I need to have like two separate monitors. Where one monitor is just my PlayStation, one monitor I'm looking at the chat. So yeah, we can actually stream and play. We can actually stream and play video games and do other things. Okay, added symbol. All right. So while we were doing analysis on US 30, we had the rejection of 4 hour, and then we had this break of this support here. All right, we had the break of this support. So for whatever reason, you might want to see US 30 trade back up to that point. But let's go to the 4 hour and be cautious and see if there's any level price has rejected and stuff like that. But right, the only time a new support like this is valid on my likelihood is after it takes out liquidity, forms this new support, and then we have like this third candle actually reject it, and then there's a break on 50 minutes. Fine, we're good. Okay, just like our price took off this side, then rejected this guy, then break on 50 minutes. Fine, we're good. But we need to focus on what price is currently doing now. Is there any fresh level here? So there's this one thing. If you are trading SNR or want to trade SNR, I want you to understand you are not going to be able to map out all of these levels in the first week you start learning, the first 2 weeks you start learning. It's not possible. As I've been trading SNR for more than not like this start last year. I started this 2025. I started 2023. All right. So you see how long that is already. This is one of the reasons why I don't really like US 30 because what in the hell is this choppiness? Like why this one? The reason why I don't like it is during, especially during London session, it's really not going to give what I want. But during New York, might not even allow you just do this thing. But we have that rejection on the 4 hour. We have a break on the 15 minutes. So basically, we'd have been expecting price to trade back up, but there are so many. See, like open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. What do you do? One time frame ahead. All right, just one time frame ahead. If it seems like it's too much still here, one time frame ahead again. All right, we already have this. I saw something on the 30 minutes, which can be this guy, can also be this guy. So if you are comfortable enough, can place your limit here, stop loss above this. If you are comfortable enough, but I won't be doing that. Why? Because I'll be waiting for price to come here, give us a rejection again, and then stuff like that. So I'm seeing something on GR40 Let's go back to GR40. Like I said, GR40 is fond of this thing. It's fond of it. All right. GR40 is fond of this thing. And the way it's going might just miss us out. So if you look at this price here to come up to this open close and then rejected this guy here and then broke this guy again, that's another confirmation. And it's probably going to be going off this open close here and then just dump. But like I said, I might just wait it out and sit. If it doesn't happen, I just sit this one out. All right, because that's actually very ideal for me to take like a trade from. Very, very ideal. For those of you that trade other blocks, this is the last bearish candle before this push down and stuff like that. But if you've traded other blocks for a long time and you understand the concept behind other blocks, you can see we have one, two, three. We have like how many consecutive bearish candles before this push down. So this whole point is your other block, right? So that's still under. I'm just giving you guys a hint. I'm not saying you should go and trade other blocks. And then you go to like the 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, it will be like one candle. So you can see. On the 1 hour, it will just be on the 1 hour, it will exactly be one candle. So you go and start trading other blocks. Now I'm just saying when you have the amount of information in my brain, if you have it in your own brain, you'll start seeing, but don't do it. I've gotten to a point where analysis paralysis can't get to me like that. If it can't get to me, I'll start what I just said. Someone said you play Call of Duty. I really did not like Call of Duty, but I started just falling in love with it. But I've not really taken it like that. Reason why I don't really I played video games as a child like crazy, but the reason why I stopped was because of my eyes. So when I play games too much, I'm not wearing my lenses now because of how I've set my monitor screen. It's not really going to hurt my eyes, but when I look at the screen for so long and getting teary. And for if anybody here wears lenses, like you've been wearing lenses for a long time, you wearing lenses for a very, very long time. Like since I was in secondary school, in high school, been wearing lenses like way back, like very long time. Like I think like 2013, 14, and this 2025. So if you're wearing lenses for that long, you understand how tiring it is. You understand how tiring it is to wear lenses every time. You don't understand. Yeah, it's a very tiring. It's a chore. Sometimes you would not feel like wearing it. You don't feel like wearing it every time. It's when you see people that wear lenses every single day. Their eyes depend on that lens. If they don't wear it, it could really fuck them up. I used to be that person, but because of how frequent I was, that's another reason why I really don't used to spend time on games or the chat. If I want to spend so much time on the chat, I have to wear. That's crazy. So I'm looking at let's see what GR40 is gonna do. We're waiting for gold. All right. When stuff like this happen, I really like them because now I'm not panicking. I just have to wait. My bias is my bias. I just have to wait. Like just wait. Now all you have to do is just wait. And another thing you need to know is you cannot make money every day. All right. There are some days where you can be waiting, nothing happens. And then before you know it, boom, Tuesday you make so much money, Wednesday you make so much money, and you're out. Like that's how it's supposed to be. So let's just be patient and see what happens. This is why I was saying considering doing other things while live streaming like this because let's see. I don't want the live stream to be that long. Like I've done my analysis. I just wanted to do my analysis and like that's it. So it's already almost 1 hour. I would end the live stream here and we would follow up in the Telegram channel. So if there are more, I'm going to be doing it. I'll try and be doing it every day. So what I'm going to be doing is basically just hosting the live stream, doing the analysis I see, dropping the setup, and then we'll do follow up in the Telegram channel. I think that's better. I think that is better. I think that is way better. Yeah. I think that is way better. That's very, very much better. That's very much better. So I'll end the live stream here. Remember, apply proper risk management, constant motion, and maximum effort equate you being jiggy. So if you want to be jiggy like me, you need to constantly be on motion. Even on days you don't feel like be on motion. I'll be very honest with you. Very honest with you. I did not feel like doing this stream again. This is the first general live stream I'm doing. I did not feel like doing it again, but I still did it anyways. That's constant motion. Maximum effort. Putting in every effort, like putting that effort. Don't put in 50% today and put in 100% tomorrow, or put in 100% yesterday and then put in 50% today. Yes, I know we are human beings. We feel like doing something today, will not feel like doing something today, but try your best to put in your maximum effort every day, because you really don't know which day is going to pay you big. You really don't know which day is going to give you the most crazy amount of money. So that's why constant motion and maximum effort equates to being jiggy. All right. It equates you being jiggy. It equates you being jiggy. GR, yes, someone said GR30 and GR40 is it the same thing? Yes, the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. GR40 and GR30 is the same thing. It's the same thing. So we can already see GR40, like I said, is quote unquote like rejecting that open close I talked about. It can happen. It can happen. Anything can happen. It's the market. So I'm sure you guys, I've told you guys what's up. So we'll be having the streams, analyzing together, and then following up for the rest of the day in the free Telegram channel. I'll see you guys on the winning side. Stay jiggy.